You open your mouth to speak, and suddenly, everything feels heavy. Your heart beats faster. Your words feel stuck. Your mind goes blank. You try to say something in English, but people don't respond the way you expect. They look confused. They lose interest. Sometimes they just ignore you. And in that moment, hurts more than you show. You smile on the outside, but inside you think, maybe my English is bad. Maybe I sound stupid. Maybe I should just stay quiet. So slowly you start speaking less. You avoid conversations. You avoid eye contact. You avoid trying. And silence becomes your comfort, but also your limitation. Let me tell you something honestly. People are not ignoring you because you are not smart. They are not ignoring you because you cannot learn. They are not ignoring you because you are not good enough. They are ignoring you because something in your communication is not connecting. And connection is not only about grammar. It is deeper than that. Much deeper. Let me take you into a story. Boy named Amir. He studied English for years. He knew vocabulary. He understood grammar. He passed exams. But when he spoke, people didn't listen. They looked away. They didn't respond much. And Amir felt invisible. One day he asked his friend, "Why do people not listen to me?" His friend didn't answer immediately. But later he said something simple. "You speak English, but you don't communicate." That sentence stayed in Amir's mind. Because speaking and communicating are not the same. Let's understand this clearly. Speaking English means using words. Communicating means delivering meaning, emotion, clarity. You can speak correct English and still fail to connect. Why? Because communication has layers. And most learners only focus on one layer, words. But real communication includes confidence, energy, clarity, emotion. Now let's go deeper. The first reason people ignore you: lack of confidence. Even if your words are correct, your tone shows doubt. Your voice is low. Your sentences break. You hesitate too much. And the listener feels it. Because communication is not only what you say. It is how you say it. Your energy speaks before your words. If you sound unsure, people become unsure. If you sound weak, people lose interest. Not because they are bad, but because human brains respond to energy. Amir realized he was speaking with fear. Every sentence started with doubt. So people didn't feel engaged. The second reason: too many pauses. You stop too much. You think too much. You search for perfect words. And in that process, you lose flow. The listener gets tired. They disconnect. Because communication needs rhythm. Flow matters. Perfection does not. Let me say this clearly. Broken English with flow is better than perfect English with hesitation. The third reason: no emotion. You speak like you are reading. Flat tone. No expression. No feeling. And people don't feel anything. So they don't react. Because humans connect with emotion, not just information. If your voice has no emotion, your message feels empty. Amir noticed this. He was speaking like a robot. Correct, but lifeless. The fourth reason: overthinking. You think about grammar, pronunciation, physics, all at the same time. And your brain becomes overloaded. So your speaking becomes slow, unnatural. Overthinking kills natural communication. Fluency comes from flow, not control. The fifth reason: fear of judgment. This is deep. You care too much about what people think. So you become careful, too careful. And careful speaking sounds unnatural. When you are relaxed, you speak better. When you are afraid, you restrict yourself. And people feel that restriction. Now listen carefully. The problem is not your English. The problem is your approach. You are trying to be perfect, instead of trying to connect. And connection is everything. Let's go back to Amir. After understanding these reasons, he decided to change. Not everything, just a few things. First, he stopped trying to be perfect. He gave himself permission. to make mistakes. This reduced pressure. And when pressure reduced, his flow improved. Second, he focused on energy. He spoke a little louder, a little clearer, a little more expressive. Not fake, just more alive. Third, he practiced speaking daily. Not long hours, just small conversations, even alone. 'Cause speaking improves by speaking, not by thinking. Fourth, he slowed down his thoughts, but not his speech. He accepted simple words, simple sentences, because simple communication is effective communication. Fifth, he changed his mindset. Instead of thinking, "Don't make mistakes," he thought, "Just express your idea." That shift changed everything. Now listen carefully. If you want people to listen to you, focus on connection, not perfection. Speak clearly, speak simply, speak with energy, and most importantly, speak without fear. 'Cause confidence is not about being perfect. It is about being comfortable with imperfection. Let me tell you another story. A girl named Lena. Her English was not perfect. Grammar mistakes, limited vocabulary. But people loved talking to her. Why? 'Cause she smiled. She used expressions. She showed interest. She listened. She reacted. She connected. And connection creates attention. People don't remember perfect speakers. They remember real communicators. Now understand this deeply. You don't need advanced English to be interesting. You need presence. You need clarity. You need confidence. And all of these can be trained step by step. So what can you do? Starting today. Simple steps, but powerful. First, speak daily. Even 5 minutes. Consistency matters more than time. Second, record yourself. Listen. Improve. Not judge, improve. Third, focus on flow. Keep speaking. Don't stop for small mistakes. Fourth, use emotion. Change your tone. Show feeling. Fifth, practice real conversations. Not just reading. Speaking is a skill. Train it. Now imagine this. One day you speak, and people listen. They respond. They smile. They engage. And you feel confident. Not because your English is perfect, but because your communication is real. That day will come. If you don't stop. If you keep trying. If you keep improving. Because every speaker you admire today was once a beginner. Confused. Nervous. Unsure. But they continued. And that made the difference. So don't stay silent. Don't hide your voice. Don't wait for perfect English. Start speaking now. Start connecting now. Because your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Your story matters. And the world cannot hear you if you don't speak. So speak. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your words are not perfect. Speak anyway. Because confidence grows in action. And one day, you will not be ignored. You will be heard. You will be understood. And you will realize you were never the problem. You just needed the right approach.